All right, Shalom. Want to start off giving our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem
Rakakwadash.
Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And honor and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. This GMSLA South Bay. I'm coming again, with another video through the Spirit. And, we're going to go into how Yahweh Shai is going to come back in what the world ignorantly calls, UFOs, in a chariot. And he's coming to do damage. Okay? All these Christians, they paint the Lord coming back. First of all, they paint him as a so-called white man, but they paint him as coming back to, like, you know, I don't know, give everyone hugs and kisses and roses. That's not the way that scriptures talk about the day of the Lord. Okay, so, we're going to go into that, bro.
This is Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
So he coming in the clouds. Okay, hey. And a Christian will say, oh, well, he's talking about a cloud. But we know that that's really talking about a chariot. And we'll get that real quick to make that point. We're talking about that makes a cloud, he makes a cloud chariots.
I got you.
So, it's not right here, it's not talking about a literal cloud. Okay, it's talking about a spiritual vehicle, a spiritual ship. Okay.
This is Psalms 104 and 3.
Let me go to that real quick. Psalms 104 and 3.
Okay. Who layeth the...
It's all good.
Psalms 104 and 3. Mm-hmm. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind.
All right, so in this psalm, it's talking about the different things, the different marvelous works of Yahweh Shai, and one of them is that he make the clouds his chariot.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not talk in Revelation, the first chapter. It's not talking about just a regular cloud. It's talking about a chariot.
That's right.
Like I said, it's talking about a spiritual vehicle. Okay, because these chariots, I'll go back to Revelation. These chariots, they don't. If you see how they move, because they're, we see them on cameras all the time. East caught them on, the little different cameras they have on their aircraft.
Yeah.
And basically, the way they move, they're not subject to what we call like the laws of physics. Okay, they accelerate and decelerate at at speeds that man can achieve. They appear and they disappear.
Yeah.
Okay, they you might see one light and then it breaks off into many.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are not talking about clouds. It's just a metaphor. Let's talk about chariots. So Yahweh Shai, the Lord, is going to come back on what the world ignorantly calls a UFO, a big one. Like in Independence Day, that real big ass one. Hey, cause just recently, Esau, the so-called white man, he had one huge ass ship into Earth. Bigger than the Earth. And it was coming quick. What else? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
If you have the eyes to see it, you see that's the Lord coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If you measure the time diligently, brothers know that we don't have a lot of time left in this place, man. This place is fucking through.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, Yahweh's gonna send Yahweh Shai back. To it's gonna be the cherry on top, so to speak. Right.
This is Revelations 1 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
So every eye shall see him. So that for everyone to see, that has to be that big ship, bigger than the earth. It's gonna cover the earth. Hey, that movie Independence Day is a perfect. It's a great depiction. Okay, because it covers everything. It puts a shadow. It covers the sun, and the whole world sees that ship. So that's how it's going to be when the Lord returns. Every eye is going to see. Keep going.
And they also which pierced him.
Hey, so them that pierce the Lord, reincarnation is biblical, regardless of what, other so-called elders say.
Mm-hmm.
So those people that pierce the Lord are back. Okay, so are the people that, these wicked ass Israelites that, sold the Lord out.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone's going to see him come back. Okay, keep going.
And all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, amen.
So all the kindreds of the earth, talk about all these nations, all these people are going to see. The whole world's going to see the Lord return, man. And they say they shall well because of him. Because they know that that means that they're about to get judged. All right? Imagine how the world's going to feel when they see a so-called black man crack them clouds.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, that little nigga Sonnetter said, y'all believe a black man's going to crack the clouds? Yeah, nigga. That's exactly what's going to happen. And you going to fucking... you might die of a heart attack when you see it.
Yep.
You were mocking him, but when you see it, then what you gonna do?
Yep.
Okay, so these people are gonna wail because they know that like there's no escape from that. They know they fucked up in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's not what they're expecting at all.
That's right.
They're gonna wail because it's gonna be so to the wicked. It's gonna be like a terrible sight to see.
Yep.
It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be horrific. It's going to be real, okay? So the Lord's going to come back in that cloud. He's going to come back the same way that he left this earth.
Yep.
Get that, bro?
This is Acts 1 and 9.
So, okay, go ahead.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up.
And that he is talking about, the Lord Yahushua, after, he was crucified, when he rose back up, he spent, what was it, 40 days and 40 nights with the disciples.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about when he spoke this thing, he's talking about the Lord. Go ahead.
Yep. And a cloud received him out of their sight.
So a chariot came and, beamed up Yahushua.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them, and white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven?
So those were angels. The disciples were like, "Oh shit!" And they're saying like, "Hey, why y'all amazed?
Yep.
Why y'all tripping, so to speak?"
Yep. This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
So they told the disciples the same way that you just seen the Lord leave. He got translated. He got beamed up into that ship. That same way that he left is the same way he's coming back.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Revelation, the first chapter, when he says he's gonna come out. He cometh in the cloud.
Yep.
Because he left in the cloud in the chariot and he's gonna come back the same way.
Yep.
Hey, but when he comes back, hey, he's coming to fuck people up, man. He's coming to do work.
Yep.
Okay, so all the wicked, all these other nations, said they're gonna wail because of him. Hey, in the 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in Babylon, y'all gonna wail as also. Okay, because y'all just been adding sin this entire time. Okay, the Israelites, the men of the Lord, the prophets, the servants, and we've been out on the highways and the hedges for decades.
Yep.
Okay, but y'all didn't want to listen.
Yep.
Hey, and now we're not on the highways and the hedges.
Yep.
All right?
That's right.
Hey, we're almost out of here. So basically that door of mercy is open just a little crack.
Yep.
And y'all still don't want to get right.
Yep.
So what do you think is going to happen when he comes back to you? Y'all going to get fucked up, man. You're going to get judged. Scriptures talk about all works are going to be, judged, both good and bad.
Yep.
And you 2/3 have nothing but bad works.
That's right.
Okay, y'all know only to do evil, to be malicious,
Yep.
to be to do iniquity.
Yep. This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
I could get a 47 first, yeah. Hey, so so Yahweh Shai's coming the same way he left, hey, but this time he's coming in a different spirit. He's coming in a cold spirit. He's coming in the spirit of judgment.
That's right.
Okay, man. He's coming with the Heavenly Father's wrath in him.
That's right.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Okay, let's talk about America.
Yeah.
Okay, comes down and sit in the dust. The dust represents confusion.
Yeah.
Okay, in Babylon, they're going down. These elites, they're panicking. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, when you're panicking, you're confused. You're not thinking right.
Yeah.
You know, you do desperate things when you're desperate. Okay, so these elites know that they're through. Babylon's through. You know, it's gonna be no more tender and delicate because all that allure, all that power, all that prestige, that reputation is going down the shitter.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Take thee millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh, pass over the rivers.
All right, so Babylon, like I said, it's weak. Okay, yeah. Babylon has been brought to a complete halt.
Yeah.
Okay, the economy's tanked. Nobody's working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, people can't even leave. Okay, supplies are starting to dwindle. America's ripe for the picking, man. You what?
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Okay, so Esau is getting exposed. Okay, America's getting exposed. Okay, everyone's seeing them for what they really are, man. A bunch of just fucking devils. Okay, keep going.
I will take vengeance.
Okay, so Yahweh Shem Shai is going to take vengeance on this place. Okay, Yahweh's going to send Yahweh Shai to judge the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially the so-called white man. All right?
That's right. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Okay,
so the Lord, he's not coming back in the same spirit that, you know, when he came the first time. When he came the first time, he had a mission to do, and he completed it. Okay, to bring to bring Israel, you know, to the truth. Okay, to spread the news, to redeem the elect.
Yeah.
Okay, to die for the elect's sins. So that was his mission the first go around, and then the second go around it says, "I shall not meet thee as a man," because he's coming in all his glory.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not gonna hold back.
Yeah.
Okay, because when Yahweh Shai was on the earth, he had spiritual powers. You know, he healed. Okay, he brought Jake. You know, he healed the blind, the lepers. He you know, took released people from demons.
Yeah.
You know, he did a lot of miracles, but this time he's gonna use that power to destroy. You know, to destroy the wicked. So that's what it means by "I will not meet thee as a man." He's coming in that chariot in all his glory and all his power to fucking, like I said, to do work, man. He's gonna put in work.
That's right.
All right, you're gonna see what anger and fury and wrath is in that day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's gonna be on a level that we've never seen. He's gonna destroy this place, man.
Yeah, that's right. This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
So, like, give me a second. Go ahead.
For behold, Yahweh Shema Shah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and rebuke with flames of fire.
So Yahweh said in Yahweh Shai, said he's gonna come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind. He's talking about them ships again.
Yep.
Okay, hey, them ships, like I said, they move quick. Okay, they appear, they disappear. Mm-hmm. They're spiritual vehicles, so they could do things that man can't. So they're gonna come back and do damage, man. It's just to render his anger with fury. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Most High's anger is going to be felt. It's going to be how would I say it? It's going to be in them angels and in them chariots, man. All right.
On full display.
On full display, yeah. It's gonna be brought to. It's gonna be manifested. Right when them chariots come, man. It said, and is rebuked with flames of fire, making them chariots have that concentrated fire, them laser beams.
Yep.
Okay, and them laser beams, Esau, they show it in their movies. Them laser beams destroy buildings, destroy cities.
Yep.
There's no defense against them.
Yep.
Okay.
For by
Can't get that one too.
For by fire and by his sword shall Yahweh Shema Shah plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh Shema Shah shall be many.
So many are going to die in that day.
Yep.
Okay, like I said, the Lord's going to judge these other nations, starting with the so-called white man. Hey, but he's also going to judge Israelites.
Yep.
Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that refuse to listen.
That's right.
That refuse to turn to him. That refuse to turn back from your sins.
That's right.
that put all their faith on the so-called white man and his power system, on his money, on his religion.
That's right.
Okay, that's Isaiah 30 and Isaiah 31. That put you went to Pharaoh for help, went down to Egypt for help. Okay, y'all thought that the so-called white man was gonna always be there to help you, to back you up, to give you them crumbs. All right, so y'all gonna get fucked up as well, man. It said the slain of Yahweh Shema shall be many. You think the Lord's gonna come back and just kill a couple people? Hell nah. It's the Lord. What do you think he's gonna do, man?
Not peace, but a sword, man.
Man, he's gonna fuck shit up.
That's right.
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a, there's movies and there's cartoons when someone with superpowers just lays whole fucking villages and towns waste. That's what's gonna happen, man. He's gonna come in that chariot. You think he's gonna just, like I said, kill a couple people? Hell no, he's gonna fucking destroy nations. He's gonna destroy fucking America.
Yep.
America's gonna be destroyed with them chariots and with them missiles.
Yep.
It's gonna be desolate. It's gonna be a fucking lake of. The scriptures compare it to a lake of fire. Yep. That's how. It's gonna be burning. From sea to shining sea, man. Okay.
Sea of fire, man. This is Second Ezra's.
No, get Isaiah 31st real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll go to that one to finish it up, to close it out.
This is Isaiah 31:5. As birds flying, so will Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts defend Jerusalem.
So as birds flying, talk about them chariots again, them clouds. So as birds fly, that's how the Lord of hosts is going to defend Jerusalem. Yep. Like you see them birds flying and flying in the formations, in that V. Hey, that's how them chariots is gonna come. So we're gonna be Yahweh Shai in that fathership, in that real big ship. Hey, but he's coming with his legions of angels, man.
Yep.
Hey, and them angels are gonna have chariots as well. Yep. It's not gonna be just one. There's gonna be one big one, but there's gonna be a lot of other ones as well, man. It said like birds flying. Birds don't fly just. Birds do fly solo, but really they move in flocks.
Yep.
And that V formation, that's that fighting formation.
Yep.
So that's how them chariots is gonna come, man. It says to defend Jerusalem. It's talking about Israel, but it's really talking about the elect and the third. That's what's gonna be defended and then by them ships. Okay, the elect is gonna get beamed up, but all this is happening, man. So that we don't taste of that destruction.
As birds flying, so will Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it.
So he's gonna defend it, by fighting against the nations, fighting against, all the armies of the earth. We're gonna go into that right now. In the Middle East and Saudi Arabia. All right, but he's also going to deliver and preserve the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, the ones that are sincere, man, the ones that fear him, the ones that have faith, the ones that have been doing what's required of them to obtain salvation. Okay, that's what's going to be delivered in that day, man. Yep. The ones that have given their life for Yahweh Shem Shai's cause, man. All right, so while all this shit is going down, while this shit is getting fucked up, hey, the elect, that 1/3 is gonna get beamed up, so that they don't, taste of that judgment.
Yep.
So they don't have to taste. So they don't taste the missiles. So they don't taste about them laser beams. It elect. The righteous is gonna be preserved in that day, man. Goes into that in I think the 26th chapter. Okay.
This is Second Ezra 13.
Real quick, actually, bro, get that in Isaiah 26.
Okay.
You know, because it goes, goes with that one. Isaiah 26 and 20. Just two verses.
Okay.
It goes into how the elect and the third is gonna be, beamed up and delivered in them ships.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 26 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
So that's a righteous. That's when the brother brought out in Isaiah 31. That's the Jerusalem being delivered and preserved. Okay, them chambers talk about the chariots, them ships.
Yep.
Okay, the elect is gonna get beamed up. The third is gonna get beamed up, and it said and hide for a little moment till the indignation be overpassed. So, Lord willing, we be part of that number. Lord willing, we then men, we gonna look down and see this place getting destroyed, man.
Yep.
All right, that's where John compared it to that lake of fire, because he was up looking down. So that's what we're gonna see. Okay, say until the nation be overpassed. So once this place is judged and destroyed, that's when the legs are gonna come back down. That's what you see in Revelation. We're talking about New Jerusalem coming down.
That's right.
That's the leg coming off them ships.
That's right.
Okay.
For behold, Yahweh Shah cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
So Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai and the angels to execute judgment. Okay, but the elect, the righteous, are going to be beamed up and be preserved from all the torment, from the sword, from the death that's going to come that's coming to this place. Okay, and them chariots. Right, the Lord left in the chariots, coming back in the chariot, and the elect are going to be beamed up.
Yep.
As crazy as that sounds, that's wisdom. Solomon the 5th chapter says, "The strangest of our salvation."
That's right.
It's going to be strange to the unbelievers, man.
Yep.
But we have faith that the Lord willing, we part of them, man. We gonna be delivered in them chariots, man.
That's it.
We gonna see you getting fucked up.
That's it.
Okay. So go to that and
This is Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 1.
but when I get to the inside, I'm gonna have to download the apocrypha on here. Still don't got it. But go ahead though.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can't pull it up then.
No, go ahead, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this Second Ezra 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the ways thereof.
So this is a vision that the prophet Ezra had of Yahweh coming in that ship. Go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
So this is Yahweh coming back in that ship. So with the thousands of heaven, with them angels.
Yeah.
And them angels gonna be in them chariots as well.
That's right.
And it says, read the last part again.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
So that's talking in the valley of decision, the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, of Yahweh's judgment, where all the nations are going to gather to fight, and then the Lord's going to come. That climax at that very end, when they're going at it, the Lord's going to come down, and they're going to tremble when they see him. Because they know, even if they don't know that the Lord's coming right now, when they see him, they're going to know why he's coming. They know that that spells their death, Keep on.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire.
All right, so they're gonna be trembling, man. That they're gonna hear and feel, the glory of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
They're gonna tremble, man. They're gonna be fucking afraid. And a lot of people gonna fucking lose it, have heart attacks, and die on the spot.
Yep.
That's gonna be a terrible sight for the wicked, man.
God.
so-called black man in what they call a UFO. They're not expecting that at all.
Yep.
That's gonna like in a fight, let's say you get hit with a punch, it might not be the hardest punch, but if you don't see it, that's what really hurts you. You know what I mean? The one that you don't see coming, that's what fucks you up.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep going.
And after this, I beheld, and lo, there was a great, that was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Hey, and that multitude of men from the four winds, that's talk about them different armies.
Yep.
Okay, that are going to be gathered together, in the valley of decision, to fight each other, but they're there to fight against the Lord.
Yep.
Okay, so the man that came out of the sea's talking about the waters, and space. Let's talk about space.
Come,
Because the Shemayim, that's the waters.
come,
Okay, okay. So some people teach that he's actually gonna come from a ship from the actual ocean.
come.
Yeah, let's talk about from outer space.
Yeah,
That's what it means right there by the sea.
that's right.
Keep going.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it.
So the prophet Ezra, it compared that ship to a mountain. That's how big that chariot is gonna be. You know how big a fucking mountain is.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
So that's how big that ship is gonna be. That he could compare it. He compared it to a mountain.
The sky.
That's how big it is, man. Keep going.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have seen the reason or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
So the prophet Ezra was like, "What?" He looked around and seen like, "Well, what is this mountain?" If he's on a mountain, then he must have, carved it out of somewhere. But he was like, "No, there was no place where a mountain had been. There's no place where a mountain was that there isn't right now.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's how big it is, though. That he looked around to see if a mountain had been carved out. All right, that's that glory in the majesty of that shit, man.
God.
Keep going.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight.
Okay, so all them armies, they're gonna tremble, they're gonna fear, but Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna put a spirit in them to still fight against the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because if it was up to them, they're not gonna fight, they'd try to run away.
God.
It'd be in vain, but they'd attempt to.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord's gonna put a spirit in them to still fight against Yahweh Shai. All right?
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
God, and it's talking about that laser beam, that concentrated fire
Yep.
that's gonna come from that chariot.
Yep.
All right, because it said he didn't have a sword or a weapon,
God.
because Lord, he's gonna destroy these armies. He's not gonna come down on some hand-to-hand combat.
God.
He's gonna just blast them with fucking fire.
God.
All right, this is gonna be a complete slaughter and obliteration.
Yep.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a first round knockout, but nah, that don't even compare.
Yeah, Masvidal, no.
It's gonna be a 1 second knockout. And you can, if but even that don't do it justice. But just to as a visual,
It's gonna be easy work, man.
easy work.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one,
God.
so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived.
So there's going to be great multitude. All the armies of the world are going to be there. And they're all going to fight against the Lord, but they're all going to just get blasted into fucking powder. And the prophet Ezra said that out of all the normal multitude, nothing was there. So a bunch of people there, in their military vehicles, in their tanks, in their jets, or with all their weapons, their whole arsenal, and then just poof like that, they're gonna be fucking gone.
Instantly.
Instantly, you're gonna be
Mm.
blasted in the fucking powder, man.
Just smoke.
It says that. Keep going.
But only dust and the smell of smoke.
So that's all that's gonna remain of all Esau and the other nations' military power.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know, so-called white men and these other nations, they're proud of their armies,
Yeah.
of their technology, of their weaponry. That's why they have the parade. You know, you see them fucking, you know, these gooks with the, you know, with the little fucking duck walk, the little march with the big nuke behind them. You know, the so-called white man always talks about how they have the biggest, strongest army in the history of the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's these nations have pride in their stockpiles and their missiles and their, you know, fighter jets and all of that. And all that's going to be brought to naught in a split second.
Correct.
All that's going to be all that's going to remain is dust and smoke.
Yep.
Did you get that last little part?
When I saw this, I was afraid.
So the prophet Ezra seen that, and he was afraid. Man, that's how powerful that judgment is going to be, man. Imagine Yahweh Shai, a so-called black man, the son of man, the son of the Most High, coming in a huge ship compared to the size of a mountain, with the thousands of heaven, with the angels, and he's gonna destroy all, you know, all the strength and the power of the earth in with the snap of a finger, you know.
God.
So the prophet saw this, Ezra saw this, and was afraid because he was like, "Oh shit," you know. That's how powerful that vision, and that's how powerful that vision was, and because that's how powerful that that judgment is gonna be, you know.
Yeah.
So hey, these Esau and these other nations stand no chance.
That's right.
They're gonna fight only because the Lord is gonna make them fight, and they're gonna be obliterated, man. It's gonna be light work.
Light work.
So you know, hey, yeah, I was gonna send you how Shai to fuck this place up. He's coming in the cloud in the chariot. The wicked, those chariots serve two purposes: to destroy and to deliver.
Yep.
Lord willing, we be part of that number that gets delivered up out of here.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
you know, so that's all we have for this one. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Again, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and honors and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Hey, to the next one. Shalom.
Shalom.